Alright, let's do this. It's funny, I had that like music just like cycling in my head because I was like going through comments and it just ended so epically and I was like, yeah, let's do this. Alright, launch in guys. We are AI series, we are grand champion. It's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and yeah, we have Brazil winning by a whole freaking heck of a lot right now. In fact, they're actually really close to doing a religious victory if I recall correctly. It has been, what, like 5 or 6 days since I did any recording. Had friends in town last weekend, had to do my backlog, and then I got sick-ish, kind of. And so, yeah, I basically haven't played any Civ for quite a while. So let's see. They are almost complete. There's 4 cities right now. There are 4 cities for Russia right now that are not converted. Wow, so that is all that's keeping Pedro from actually winning. The funny thing is I actually finally got through, so you guys just saw episode 1, so I just got through all the comments on episode 1, and it's kind of hilarious because like most people are like rooting for Germany right now, and most people are not really happy with Brazil because they kind of lucked into the finals. But I mean, I can't really hate on them. They do have a very good story. I mean, Brazil's probably a little underpowered compared to other civs in the game. So for them to make the finals is probably a bit of a surprise. They did get really, really lucky, but if I would have told you before we started this entire campaign that Brazil was going to be the winner or potentially could be the winner, I think you guys would laugh at me. So I guess from that standpoint, I can kind of root for them. It's just, man, every game they're my nemesis. So I guess when we actually play as them in our Deity series, or if we play as them in our Deity series, at least we don't have to worry about them being our nemesis. So anyways, let's look at everything really quickly. Science victory, no one is close. Culture victory, we have a shot. We have a shot. It's not a particularly good one. But if we can hold out for a little bit and we keep popping out wonders and get some tourists coming, we have a shot. We also have the religion tourism, which isn't bad either. But if we keep losing territory, yeah, and I mean with Germany taking Varenza, that's kind of bad for us. Yeah, we have a shot. I don't think it's a good one. Domination victory right now, Pedro's leading, mostly because he has a giant army size right now. No one took any capitals. And so then really it comes down to score victory. And here's the thing. Frederick is actually tied for the score victory. So if Russia can hold off Pedro's apostles, there's a chance. There is a chance. The biggest issue right now is probably the faith generation. We're making 50 faith per turn. They're making triple that. So if they keep popping out apostles, you know, 3 times quicker than us, it's going to be really, really hard for us to hold on to our territory. The big thing is we just need apostles that aren't going to die. You moved back, so our apostle's not going to die, so at least we're not going to lose any religion because of that. If Smolensk flips, that's going to be a bit of a problem, because we need you, and same thing over here with St. Petersburg, we need you to actually stay, you need to stay Eastern Orthodoxy. Having Antioch as Catholicism is, yeah, pretty bad for it. And then also, too, already here having Varenza, that's also pretty bad. So, what else is happening right now? Mongolia is currently fighting some musketmen, and I think they want Prosperous, but I don't know if they're going to get it. Was Mongolia at war with Germany? We should have probably checked that. Once again, it's been like 5 days, so I don't remember at all where we left off. I also have no idea how many more episodes we're going to go on this. I also don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but if Brazil wins because if I did mention it would have been in episode 2, which is the one going live today. So if Brazil wins a religious victory, are we counting it? That's the question I need you guys to answer. I mean, here's the thing. We could always play Brazil as our next one and then just say, hey, Germany is going to be the next one after that if Germany comes through with the score victory. But then again, Pedro might just win the score victory, so that might not actually even matter. Wow, so we might just stick it all the way through and just see what happens. Okay, so we're going to look at wars currently. Brazil is not at war. Germany is at war with Genghis Khan. Noted. And then ages. We're in a normal age. Everyone's in normal age. Okay, that's easy to note. Start automation, please. Okay, so how is this war going? We're working in the up and down to, sorry, Potato Palace. Germany is. I hit the button twice. I thought I did. So Germany's working on the Potato Palace. I think Brazil is also working on it. And I think Germany is slightly further ahead. They have less scaffolding, so I think they're slightly further ahead. It looks like Preslev will actually flip over to Mongolia, unless it's actually bugged out the walls, which could be. I don't know. Kind of looks like it might be buggy. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. How goes the religious game over here? Crap, St. Petersburg went to desert. It went neutral. That's bad. That's bad. Because that's the last place that they can actually build religious units. Yeah, okay. Wow, Brazil's going to win. Brazil is going to officially now win. And I think as soon as St. Petersburg flips, that's going to be a religious victory. So, how long until you actually flip? There you go. Brazil won. Wow. 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 Okay, let's just continue on and let's probably run to the end of the score victory and let's see what happens there. And so we'll probably, I guess, do another episode or so, but I guess this means we're going to be playing as Brazil in our next Deity series. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. Hopefully we spawn in a place with lots of rainforest, but we'll see. Okay, so they ended up finishing Potato Palace first, so that's going to be, once again, even more score for them. So really, the only way I think Brazil ends up losing the score victory at this point would be if maybe Mongolia switches and gets a little aggressive towards them. But Mongolia ended up losing all their troops. I don't know what happened to their units. They're gone now. And Preslav ended up going over to Germany. So we might be seeing a Germany-Brazil war here pretty quickly. Germany also finished a wonder. They got probably the Alhambra, maybe the Chichen Itza, maybe. I don't actually remember which one they finished. At some point, we're going to see a German-Brazil war, and that's going to be fun. That one will be fun. Now, Brazil is running around with cavalry and musketmen. Germany has cavalry and rangers. Yeah. Germany's extremely weak army-wise, so if Brazil declares war on them, they're probably going to be able to conquer some stuff. Now, their cities have decent combat strength, except Preslav. So they'd probably be able to slow down Germany or Brazil enough that maybe they'd only be able to take about one town or so, but we'll see. They ended up declaring war on Hong Kong, so they're going to try grabbing that. Yeah, Brazil is like swollen out of control. They almost have what happened in Mongolia last game, but dang, dude. I was not expecting Brazil to win this. I really, honestly did not expect this, so good for you, Brazil. Good for you. Good for you. All right, so how is... we still have Kazan over here as Eastern Orthodox, but we don't have any other religious units, so it's not like we could actually come and take it back. I don't know what happened to all their troops. They had a bunch of troops here, and they seemed to lose them all. So I'm assuming what's happening is Hong Kong's blowing them up. Yeah, Hong Kong's doing ridiculous amounts of damage. So this is actually going to be a pretty failed war for Brazil, and that's destroying a large portion of their army right now, which means they're going to be a little on the weaker side. Not that they can get really punished by anyone else, but it does open the door. The funny thing is, I actually think us as Russia might have the second largest army right now. It seems possible. Yeah, see, there they go. They do have their custom battleships up now, so... which is great, except they're just not doing any damage. I wonder if the walls are bugging out again. Yeah, they pieced them out, it looks like. Can you piece out city-states? Does that work? He immediately just popped out of the territory, but then again, he just disappeared. No, he went down there. So that's why I think he pieced them out. Ooh, he's popping out artillery now. Okay, now the artillery is going to wreck the walls. Yeah. I think it's also range of 3 too, correct? Isn't artillery the first one that's 3 range? So you can outrange walls. Artillery. No, it's only 2 still. However, it does 80 bombard strength compared to bombard, which is 60, 55. So it does what? 25 more. Now the walls... you are Renaissance walls. So Renaissance walls are going to have 200 HP. And I don't know 100% if this is how it works, but I think the bombard strength does direct damage to the walls. So if it's 80 damage, it will do 80 damage to the walls. So that means these Renaissance walls would survive 3 hits. Well, 2 hits, and then the 3rd hit would destroy them. I also think the bombard strength does damage to the actual... city itself, the fortification of the city, but I don't 100% know how that works. I'm actually going to release a video here probably tomorrow or the day after talking about walls. So sometime after this series, or after I record this today, I'm going to be doing some research on all this wall stuff. Because I've been kind of frustrated trying to figure out, wait, why do walls sometimes do a lot of damage, other times do no damage? And I ended up figuring out some stuff last week with our live stream. Before we live streamed, but there's still a couple other numerical values and stuff like that I'm not 100% sure on. So intrigued to actually figure out how everything works. So Germany also is rolling around with artillery. They're also rolling around with cavalry, and they're trying to take Villainous, it looks like, but they're going to fail at that. And they also have battleships now too as well. What's interesting is, so Brazil's battleships, like the artwork on it, isn't that different from the actual battleship artwork. Like, a lot of times you look at custom units, you can very easily tell, oh, hey, that's a custom unit. With Brazil, you don't necessarily look at the artwork and be like, oh, yeah, that's a custom battleship. You know, you kind of look at it and you're like, that's a battleship. And then you're like, oh, wait, that's Brazilian. So it's a custom battleship. It's their custom unit, but whatever. Minor complaints. So is any city currently flipping? You know what? Actually, when we're talking about score here, if Brazil ends up in a dark age, or let's say a normal age, and Germany ends up in a golden age, that's going to probably put a lot of pressure, and we're going to start seeing some of these cities flip, I think. They're so close to each other. I don't know that Brazil's in a great spot. They have a ton of artillery. What the heck, dude? 1, 2, 3, 4 artillery. 5 artillery. They have 5 artillery and no other units right now. Jeez. Mongolia is pretty far behind in tech, which is a little unfortunate. I also love, like, the straight line aqueduct. It's kind of weird. Industrial zone? No, Big Ben. You're not going to get great production out of this city. It's size 20, but there's not a lot of production here. It's mostly flatland. Is anyone else working on Big Ben? That's a good question. It's got to be by the river. So it doesn't look like Brazil's working on it yet. Russia, we're not working on it either. We don't have too many rivers. And I don't see it in Germany yet either. They could build it right here. And Magdeburg probably is going to have slightly better production. Perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we'll see if they end up knocking it out. It's going to take a little bit of time. Mongolia, I mean, it's not going to get built quickly there. So there's definitely time for someone else to start building it. They don't have a stadium quite yet over here. Anyone else have anything going on? Like, I'm kind of looking for, like, planes and stuff like that. Even though we're still a little early, I think they probably have the tech where they can start doing some aircraft. So Germany is slowly building their army up. Let's take a quick look. We want overall 608 to 436. So they still have a slightly larger army, but a lot of that's just artillery right now, so not particularly good. These guys are over here, so they're at electricity. So they do have flight. Yeah, they also have artillery and battleships. But I don't think no one started building an aerodrome yet. We also hadn't seen any tanks yet. Or subs. Tanks and subs would help a lot right now. Yeah. Yeah, if Germany could start popping out some tanks, then they could probably take on Brazil in a war. Dude, Brazil's building more artillery. What is going on? I guess because they're trying to take Geneva. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is Brazil's game, I think, any which way we look at it now. Wow. Okay, then. Okay, then. Maybe we're just calling it today. I was going to say, hey, we might as well just go maybe another episode and get to the end of the score victory, but, I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't look like it's going to even be a competition. They do have Spec Ops, but what is Spec Ops and Field Cannons going to do against tanks? I would love to see a Brazil-German war right now. But it looks like Brazil's actually probably going to declare war on Mongolia. No, they declared war on Germany. I guess here we go. So I guess whether or not we end up doing a series tomorrow is going to be fully dependent on what happens in this war right here. Brazil did end up losing one of their artillery. If Mongolia came in on this war, that would go a long way towards helping Germany. Germany's tanks are taking quite a bit of damage. These field cannons are doing okay work against the artillery, but another artillery has bitten the dust. One of the tanks has died. I think nope, the German artillery is right there. But you're going to get absolutely decimated. I don't understand AI and their incessant play of just moving the artillery through the middle of the territory and getting shot by 100 different walls. So they ended up losing one of them. They don't have tanks yet. They're still rolling around with Cav. Preslev is losing HP. They lost walls. Yeah. Ooh, and they got battleships in here, so it looks like Preslev's actually going to go to Brazil. Yeah, this might be all she wrote for everyone. Jeez. I didn't realize we were so close last episode. They ended up just putting you back as a city-state. But I really didn't realize how close we were to actually winning the game last time. I mean, I knew we were close, and I knew most likely Russia wasn't going to be able to hold on for long, but dang, dude. Okay, so Antioch is the first one to roll out with infantry, it looks like. Dude, Brazil is just rolling around with like 10 tanks right now. Mongolia has a battleship, but, I mean, here's the issue. Like, 1, 2, 3 tanks. Like, no one has a tank right now. How is anyone going to compete with Brazil if they have tanks? Now, I guess the war must have ended, because I don't see either side attacking each. No, here we go. Nope, still going, still going. Are they actually going to try taking over, like, Berlin? Berlin, I think they could hold on to. If they took Frankfurt, they would lose it. Germany pieced out. Brazil finished a wonder. Mongolia pieced Germany. I didn't realize they were still finishing, or they were still fighting. Brazil is building Big Ben, and they're going to finish it quicker, I think. They also built Statue of Liberty. So Brazil's really just running away with the game right now. Wow. Man. All right, well, I guess here's your thing. Let's keep going for a little bit longer. Might as well at least get to 20 minutes on this episode and see if anything happens to switch this up. But man, wow. So there you go, your 2018 champion. I don't know if I really want to put a date by this because, you know, we might do this again. We'll continue with our AI series. I might put a little bit of a break in our AI series, especially since we're going to... Maybe I'll do the AI series for our live streams. That might be what I'll do. Since we're going to end up doing Civ 6, then Let's Play series. I don't want to do a Deity series on a live stream. It's just like... I'll be straight up honest with you. I'm not good enough with chatting and with playing the game to actually manage that. Like, I'll sit there talking and then I'll forget what I'm doing. It's also nice for me to kind of like have pauses in the episode, like, you know, after 30 minutes or so, just to kind of evaluate my position, look at like future text and kind of determine what we want to do next. And you don't really necessarily get that on live stream because it's just kind of like a constant thing for like 2 hours or 3 hours or however long you stream it. So that's why, you know, I've been live streaming slightly lower difficulties, but that's also too why I want to go ahead and end up doing another a Deity series, because I kind of miss playing on Deity. And it'll be a good challenge, I think, for us to play as Brazil. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that works out for us. Now, what are we going to do with Brazil? I think we want probably a cultural victory with Brazil, right? Which is always going to be interesting. Cultural victory on Deity is... a bit of an interesting dilemma. We could try for religious, too. Well, we could try for religious. So, Big Ben is... it's probably about equal, actually. But that just means that they caught up. Yeah, because Brazil started it probably 5-10 turns later. So, yeah. Any other wonder going up? Not that I can see. Germany doesn't have any other units besides a couple artillery. Russia's way behind on tech, so if Brazil declared war on them, that's going to be a very bad day for us. Same thing with Mongolia. Although Mongolia does have battleships and artillery, they still only have cavalry going up against tanks. Yeah. I think Quora is probably going to end up flipping here. No, actually, they're going straight for the capital. Are they going to be able to take the capital? Probably not. You got an 81 combat strength here. Russia declared war on Germany. What? Really? Germany is a little weak, but Germany still has a bunch of artillery. Okay. I'm a little shocked by that one. They also have a battleship in there, so... They're doing, like, look at how little damage that did to the walls. It's because they have a freaking battleship in there right now. What is the battleship range, right? Battleship. Yeah, it's the range. So what that is doing right now is the battleship is giving... Well, actually, what's artillery? Artillery. It's giving it 80 bombard strength. Oh, it's a bombard. That's right. So then the walls are probably doing the battleship range damage. Yeah. So I'm assuming the battleship is doing 70 range strength. And the walls themselves are probably like 50 to 60 damage. I don't know what their highest melee unit is, but it's probably the battleship, which is in the city, so it's probably raising the actual defense of the city. Artillery's going to be able to bring it down eventually. I just feel as if Mongolia is probably going to be able to defend it. Oh, here's the thing. No, they were focusing down the district. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. So Quora is going to fall then. Yeah, Quora should fall. Because I think these two tanks are going to be able to conquer it. If not, they also have like a bunch of battleships here that they should be able to grab it with. Wait, can you melee with the battleships? You should be able to, right? I don't know, we'll see. There you go. So Quora ended up flipping. They're going to end up losing it, most likely. 8 turns. Still, I mean, the major deal with that is it just really like hinders the production. They basically lose a ton of money because they basically lose everything that city is producing for a couple turns. And then they have to actually take it back when it becomes a free city, unless it flips back. But this Quora also might flip too, so... man, Mongolia peace out Brazil. Yeah, see, that's what's going to happen is Brazil's going to slowly just be able to conquer everything, I think. Now, how goes the Russian-German war? Really bad. It seemed like a very bad idea, Russia. Just throwing that one out there. Yeah. Good job, dude. Good job, dude. So he does this as Cossack, but... Alright, well, we're going to wrap this series up here. So Brazil is going to officially be your winner. Let's take a quick look at score and see, you know, how much they're actually up by. I don't think anyone else would have been able to win a score victory. Like, if we only did domination victory, I don't think it would have changed the game. Like, look at this. I mean, obviously, the units would have acted differently and it would have changed the game, whatever. I'm just saying Pedro's also going to win a score victory. And then the thing is, even though we're leading the culture victory, Brazil's probably going to eventually, with all their wonders, catch up. And so I doubt Russia would ever be able to win that. And then domination victory, I think Brazil would be able to pull out as well. So, my gosh, dude. Surprise here, definitely surprise. So this was our very first grand finals, our very first championship series. I think it went really, really well. I'm excited to do another one. Obviously, we probably will never do another grand championship series kind of thing until DLC pops out and we get new civs. But Brazil is your very first winner. So that means then tomorrow we will start our first Deity series with Brazil. So look forward to that. Like I said, we'll probably end up doing some AI series with... online with our live stream, so you can if you love those series, you can watch the VODs, or you can go ahead and check us out live too. Either way, you'll be able to keep up. And yeah, so thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next series. Later.